accident as gang members tried to outrun police on Christmas Day. The recent shootings and gang violence that often results in injury and death is a symptom of a disease, just like Chief Sanchez said. It takes hold of a community. The violence perpetrated by gang members on one another, on police officers, and on innocent bystanders is horrific and unacceptable. Gang violence is an attack not only on individuals, but on communities. It stops families from allowing their children to play outside. It prevents the elderly from walking down the street in their neighborhoods, and it stifles business growth. It can create an environment of fear. Carpe diem. Carpe diem is Latin for seize the day. That's what we must do today and every day to stop violence. Seize the day, every day, from this day forward. There must be a commitment from law enforcement, clergy leaders, school administrators, parents, and the community. Each of us must take a leadership role and make positive impacts against gangs and the violence they create. There must be alternatives. Those alternatives must start early on in our schools and in our communities. The experts agree that there are 3 components for preventing gang culture in a community: prevention, intervention, and enforcement. Prevention starts at home, in our schools, in our places of worship, and throughout our community. But we must support the effort in the community. Remember in 1996, Hillary Clinton says it takes a village? That's what it takes. She focused on the impact individuals and groups outside the family have on children's well-being. We must learn how to spot the signs of gang association, make gangs seem less glamorous, and seek out appropriate intervention. We must teach our youth that joining a gang can ruin lives, lead to criminal records, and ultimately to prison. Law enforcement, school, and community-based providers all agree that education about gangs is necessary and critical if the growth of gangs is to be curbed. Law enforcement and educators need to work together to develop the necessary tools and materials to educate the community to fight back against gangs and gang violence. Intervention is a very big part of reducing gang involvement. Father Gregory Boyle, the Dolores Mission in East LA, stressed the importance of intervention because without it, gang involvement will only reduce to a certain point. Intervention is working with young kids, 14 to 25 years old, that are already in gangs and trying to get them out of gangs. We need to continue to offer real options through community outreach, programs that want to turn folks away from a gang lifestyle. Places like the Frontledge Center and a Positive Force. Enforcement is also a part of the component. Unfortunately, we would rather have prevention and intervention without going to enforcement, but it's a part of it. Enforcement is the thing that's been focused on mostly by police, obviously. Community members want to see enforcement efforts from their law enforcement agencies when there's violence in their community. Additionally, they want to see change. They want to see change in their community through the 3 working together: community, clergy, and law enforcement. As you know, we've stepped up our efforts with law enforcement in the recent response to the incidences both in Altadena and Pasadena. With the increased patrols, there becomes an increased contact with law enforcement. The deputies at the Altadena Sheriff's Station and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department strive to provide law enforcement services and enforcement in a respectful manner, while maintaining safety for both the community and themselves. We encourage the public to be respectful as well as we carry out our duties to keep the community safe. It's the age-old proverb, treat others as you'd like to be treated. There must be a balance and a united approach through prevention, intervention, and enforcement. Let's take it to the next level by working together and not tolerating gangs or gang violence. We must encourage and support each other not to live in fear. We must encourage responsible reporting of gang activities and violence, and then apply the necessary means to stop them through prevention, intervention, and enforcement. But it has to start now. Carpe diem, seize the day. Let's move forward without fear in our lives. Seize the day. Thank you.